What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a great day today. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about our old friend, Rian Johnson and Star Wars. Now, Rian Johnson has been rumored to be creating a new Star Wars trilogy for almost 2 years now. And there's been little to nothing known about his trilogy. But now there's a new rumor saying that his trilogy has actually been canceled. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is probably like the third or fourth time we've heard something like this, and Rian Johnson himself has debunked the other rumors. Now, this time it could be no different. Now, Bounding in the Comments has a story on this, and it's really coming from iFit's trailers. They're saying that they have a source at Disney that's saying that it's over for Rian Johnson. And there's a tweet that was actually put out. It says, "My sources at Disney informed me the planned trilogy was supposed to enter pre-production last year, but The Last Jedi Aftershock, fan backlash, and a strong connection with Solo flop put too many doubts in Lucasfilm and Bob Iger from a creative and PR standpoint." Now, to me, I'm thinking, yes, that would be a great explanation as to why Rian Johnson should not get a Star Wars trilogy. But however, the only person that's ever mentioned anything about the Rian Johnson trilogy is Rian Johnson himself and Kathleen Kennedy. Bob Iger has said nothing about Rian Johnson getting a trilogy. Nobody at Disney even mentions the name Rian Johnson. So I really do think that his trilogy was canned. Maybe they told him, maybe they haven't. Maybe they just hope that Rian Johnson disappears and goes away. That could be also another possibility. But Rian Johnson, in his mind, believes that his Star Wars trilogy is still happening. Maybe they told him, but Rian Johnson, can't admit it to himself that they fired me. Maybe he just can't admit it. But it would make complete sense. I mean, Rian Johnson was the biggest reason that Solo lost money. Now, to me, Solo was not a good movie, but The Last Jedi backlash was real. The boycott was on. People were disappointed and disgusted with what Rian Johnson did in The Last Jedi. And I think what makes it even worse, the PR, is that Rian Johnson started attacking fans that didn't like his movie. That was a major problem right there. He's supposed to be a major Hollywood director that is in one of the biggest franchises in movie history, and he's going out, he's attacking all the fans that don't like his work. So why would Disney actually want this bad PR? They've already lost $100 million with Solo, and they know, deep down inside, they know that The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, had a lot to do with that. They know it. If they don't know it, I think Bob Iger's a smart man. He's not dumb. He has to know Rian Johnson was the main reason why that movie lost money. Even though nobody really wanted a Han Solo movie. I know I didn't. I did not want to see that movie. We wanted an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. But we didn't get it. So it is what it is. So I think it's really, really about time we put these rumors to bed once and for all. It needs to end. Bob Iger, just say the words, Rian Johnson is fired. Rian Johnson is gone. Just say something. I wouldn't care if Bob Iger said something along the lines that left Rian Johnson with a little bit of dignity. Something along the lines of, yeah, we're not going to do the Rian Johnson trilogy because Rian Johnson has too much on his plate right now over the next few years. So we're just going to move on forward with something else. Yeah, he can say that. That'll be fine. Now, as Star Wars fans know the truth, that that's a complete lie, but at least Rian Johnson gets to keep his dignity, which he doesn't even deserve. But you know how Hollywood is. They're not going to insult the man and let him go. They always say you're going to fail upwards, that kind of thing. So just like Kathleen Kennedy, she's had her monumental failures. And after The Last Jedi, she pretty much disappeared. And Bob Iger really became the voice of Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy said a few things every now and then, but she wasn't the voice of Star Wars anymore. And with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Bob Iger seems to be the face of it. He seems to be the face of that failure that's going on. And there's so many factors into why Rian Johnson is bad for business. But that Last Jedi movie, I know it sounds like a broken record. It was awful. It was trash. It's one of the worst movies I ever saw in my life. But Kathleen Kennedy, she made her bed with Rian Johnson. She's going to have to lay in it. She's going to have to fall on the sword too, because this whole Star Wars thing is a complete mess. I don't know how the Rise of Skywalker is going to make $1 billion. I don't know how, because The Last Jedi was so bad. Now, The Force Awakens to me wasn't good either, but The Last Jedi destroyed everything about the sequel trilogy. That one movie, that one man, Rian Johnson, did so much damage on another level. So please, Rian Johnson, go away. Just say, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, because he has to know the vast majority of Star Wars fans do not want him around. But Rian Johnson, maybe his ego is getting in the way. Just do us all a favor, go away. Bob Iger, be the CEO that you're supposed to be. Step up to the plate. Say something. Say, we have moved on from Rian Johnson. Because you announced Benioff and Weiss, and that's it. Bob Iger, you came out and announced about 60 Disney movies that were coming out over the next 10 years. Rian Johnson's name wasn't one of them. So we all know that Rian Johnson is not getting a trilogy. Just say it. We need confirmation that Rian Johnson is gone. We need it. Just say the words. So guys, what do you think of this? Rian Johnson, is this trilogy officially dead? I think it's been dead for a long time. I don't think it's going to happen. But maybe you do. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me. And we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.